following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Hey, all Spartans are hot chicks under their armor. Remember when that was a thing?
Yep.
What? So Halo.
Okay, so back when Halo was there was just a couple of games, and it's like no one really knows if Master Chief is even a guy. And then Halo, in all the Halo fan fictions or animations, it was always there's a hot chick inside the Spartan armor.
Yeah.
So, and then Halo Legends came along, which was a bunch of professionally, and I use that term extremely loosely, animated Halo shorts. For example, there was a Spartan 2 called Spartan 1337 because it spells elite. But there can't be, because no Spartan 2 would have a number that high.
Mm.
And he was a fuck-up too, and it's okay, whatever. But, 99% of the time it's that big Spartan, there, and then they take the helmet off and it's it's a disturbingly hot chick with super long
does
hair.
the shampoo commercial thing with the helmet?
It was a thing.
Yeah.
It was a common thing. It's it became a meme. It's underneath the Spartan armor, there's a hot
it was
chick.
one of those sort of things where they get... Was it 6 stories, I think? And it was each one was done by a different animation studio and a different animation style.
Yeah. But anyway. Yeah. Okay, so there you guys are.
Right. I'll change the JC... the 6.
You changed to day 6. Tell me. Once or twice. Yep, you've done that. What are you guys doing now?
We're going to go towards the museum.
Okay.
So I'll take the official path,
The official path, yes.
main route, and I'll stop when I get to the road. Just look like I'm talking on a speaker. I'll then signal him to follow, and then I'll continue straight up the path.
Okay.
While looking around.
One of the patrolling security guards will break off from their patrol route and make a vector over towards you.
I'll be standing at the back, but very obviously look at all the visible security guards in order, because we already know where they're patrolling, including the one on the roof if he comes to one of these corners.
Alright, hold up. You can't be here. The museum's closed.
That's correct. Why are you still here?
It's my job.
You were meant to evacuate an hour ago.
Oh, we have no notice of that. You'll have to leave.
No. You need to leave. There's an exercise about to happen here, and they're coming in about...
Look, I haven't been told that by my chief, so...
well, you need to get...
You need to leave.
No, you need to get your chief here to talk to me, so I can get you out of here safely, so you will not be injured. We believe that there is going to be an ingress of a foreign entity, and we're bringing in the Minutemen to...
I thought that was an exercise. You said exercise.
They're-
Now there's a threat.
They're all called exercises.
Uh-huh. And meanwhile, the security of the building hasn't been informed. Right. Just stay there one moment. Yeah, we have 43. Yes. Impersonators of government agents. Yes. Yes, sir. Okay, I understand that. I'm going to rally up the rest of the men and we will evacuate once we turn our weapons into the armory. Please remain here. Just backing up.
I advise not going to the building.
Of course you did.
Nothing we could have done.
I mean, you could have rolled any kind of persuasive roll at all, but you didn't. This just keeps backing up.
I think I can add I can't speak, so the best I can do is...
It's JC. I know.
He's stoic and
that's it. I mean, no matter what, I'm going to fail anyway,
the
so...
voice actor for the character of J.C. Denton in the original Earth-60 was just one of the production team, and therefore couldn't act. So they made up a piece of law where it's like he can't convey emotion. Something about like the nanite technology is like he can't convey emotion. He still has emotions, but he can't convey it in his voice. It all sounds very flat. That's why.
It was a cool voice.
It was a cool voice, and it added to the character, but like it. Dude, it's the 5th of November tomorrow. I'm gonna have to start worrying about the local kids setting our house on fire.
26 on persuasion.
See, that's all I wanted. How are you persuading them with that?
Well, I used what I was going to use, but that obviously didn't work, so I'm out of ideas, so...
Anyone want to help them out here? You guys just sort of backing up and yep.
I mean...
Yeah.
It's a long shot. You could actually tell them to confirm with the military, because the military, as far as we know, they're the only ones we know about who are involved in this, I believe.
Your briefing document is stamped with the United States Army seal.
Yeah. So you could get them to check in if they're curious, and then when they do, then they might just back us up and say yes, there is going to be an op.
I advise checking in with the military base about this.
Of course you do, but you rolled a 26, so he's actually going to pass that on. Yeah, this clown's insisting that you call the military base. Yeah, literally what he said. I don't know, like about just over 6 foot. Nice, broad, handsome shoulders. No, not as good looking as Hot Rod. Ramrod. That's what he would say. No, I'm never that lucky, am I? Okay. Oh, sorry. And this is obviously going to take a few.
I mean, we're early anyway, so we've got the time of the...
I'll make a show of securing a small perimeter for us and we'll patrolling it a little bit.
I wouldn't draw too much attention to you, though.
No.
Understood. RTB. You notice the other guards are coming in too.
They're all going inside.
Yep.
Wonder what RTB means.
Return to base.
Finland.
At least he's not Mr. Spoon. The official new name for Derek. Derek, Mr. Spoon, spoon chest spoons.
2 spoons strong. Because he did, or at least probably still does until it heals, have 2
Like
spoons.
about 10 minutes later, like a bunch of guys in casual outfits with like bags and drink bottles and that, just like leaving out the staff exit.
No one updates them on anything? Do they just...
No.
Oh, okay.
They just leave. They probably until just to exfiltrate.
Right. Well, let's try. Go up to the front door and go in.
Okay. Front door is open. There are lights on inside. See the amazing paintings. The statues. That statue there, are like the big, great head, huge carved beard, like great face of a stern king on the world's tiniest triangle-pointed plinth that it's balanced upon so delicately. Even a change of temperature could just topple it and shatter it and release a djinn. Even like a gust of air from a particularly aggressive might do it.
I'm not even there.
A parp.
1 mile away.
Oh, so you circle around it very carefully.
Naturally.
And you bump into the other one over there.
Which is...
Of course.
Which is very securely on its base so it doesn't fall over because it's like a fucking hello.
This is a museum where public come in all the
time.
Yeah.
That one's just like that because of contrivance.
Before dropping form, I guess we'll do a quick...
I'll go to the security
There
office.
might be still one guy left in security who's going to debrief us before we leave.
Plus you could use the cams to see if there's anyone else.
Because he'll have to give you any security stuff
if there is anyone. So I'll go to the security office.
Yeah. There's one fat guy there. He has a porn stash. And he's balding. And he's like dressed in a security guard uniform with all these little security guard badges shined up. You know this kind of guy. He's like, oh, well, so you'll be wanting a transfer of command of the security outpost over to you in accordance with the Museum of Natural History and Ruby Crystals of Burma Security Division Policy 13B 45CA.
I'm not well versed in the museum's handover procedures.
Well, of course, we want to do everything proper. Are you sure you don't need any additional help? I'm quite skilled at securitying.
No, I've been asked to evacuate everybody.
Of course, I understand, sir. I'll need you to sign here.
I'll sign.
Xander Magruder.
JC.
I was going to say it was just me, JC did.
Well, the post is yours, sir, as is all responsibility for its assets. Keycard. Sir? My number's on the call list. P. Blart, if you need any.
Thank for that.
Roger that.
Finally shows up.
I mean, he was dominating the wrestling for a while, and then he would go over and for the match with Saphiro, and Saphiro would be like, I'm not wrestling that. 3-second squash.
It's hilarious.
Just triple finish.
And now he's gone because I needed the room. That was a good-looking Kevin James, though. Look it up in the thing.
I've seen a couple of his matches.
Stern looked like Kevin James. Now, I did such a fucking good job. Oh, I'm so sad. Hey, it's available for download for anyone else who has 2K19. I did upload it before I deleted it, so I could maybe get it back again. But when the server's shut down, it'll be gone. Yeah, he'll leave it sort of lean against the doorway down the hall, and fall over from a hypoglycemic shock. And then he'll just suck bubble gum off the carpet until he's got enough sugar in him to keep going, because that's how hypoglycemia works, isn't it?
I'll watch him leave.
It's on Segway. No, they don't exist. It's on a bike.
I was looking forward to the description of him coming down the stairs outside the museum on the sequel.
So then I'll turn off all the camera feeds, shut them all down, and
Easy, you can do that.
Yep. And remove,
Easy for you, not for other people.
yeah, remove the hard copies for the moment.
You mean the VHS?
VHS tapes, and put in brand new ones for them later on.
And by brand new ones, you mean old ones that they've been using for years that they've blanked over.
Absolutely correct.
You have no idea how common it was for police to be like, and we need the security tapes from this, and they're on such tapes that have been re-recorded over and over and over. They're no help whatsoever.
Oh,
You have no idea how common that was.
That's why so many of those... Yeah, well, it's when you see
Tapes
actual
weren't
security
cheap.
footage, it's often so terrible because...
So you think a bank would be able to afford.
but the problem is that people didn't understand how the tape worked.
Well, the thing is, it's like if you just used each tape 10 times,
Yep.
and then been like, okay, staff members who want an old cruddy tape to tape the football on,
Take
been
it,
used 10 times, it's still good enough for
sell
you.
it for $1.
Sell them for
Limit.
$1, buy new, and you push through 2 tapes. It's like, I got all the VHS tapes we could ever need. Sure, kid, let's record your show for you. These tapes are $1.
Yep.
And I would
way to
have
do it.
done that. But then again, I don't own a business, so I don't get to talk.
Also, places could go like a decade without even having to review the security footage.
So many
and
of them
then-
didn't bother putting tapes in the recorders after a while because
Yeah.
they worked out that the threat of a camera was unusually enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course, these days with solid-state storage, there's zero reason you can't get crisp, clear HD footage. A lot of people are now even installing cameras in their own homes and putting them in the worst place, like to get this huge view of everything. When what you want is a camera set like fairly close that gets good, identifiable shots that are closer up of a person's face. It's no good saying, "Here's a pretty image of your thing." You can see the guy coming here, and you can see what he did.
Yeah,
You can get a good shot of his face.
Yeah.
which is why the one coming into my lounge, you can see the doorway real well.
Mm.
You got to go that way.
And you can see what the kid's doing. He's that'll be why you've got those lustrous Fabio locks.
This is why you have this album that's got a nude pictures of B. Arthur there, and then you put the camera just above that. They're always going to go for that. So.
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, man. Talk about gilf. Oh, sorry, it'll be filth right now. Fossil. Oh, B. Arthur. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Should have gone for Betty White. She's still alive.
That's enough of that nasty talk out of you! Okay, you're in.
So,
you've got the run of the place.
Oh. You Soviet.
Uh-huh.
We're in it, it's ours.
Okay, I'll bring the sword.
Thank you.
I suppose I still have to try and stealth my way there.
Why?
Just because I'm across the road, just in case any public are around. I know it's late, but 23, so it's fairly good.
Yeah, you think you make it there unseen.
Mm. And then we'll go inside the front. I don't know where they are after that. So.
We'll come out of the security to meet her in for you.
Okay. Here's the sword.
I'll drop the 6-1 disguise. I guess very carefully, not looking at anyone, pointing the sword at anyone when I do it. Start searching around. Just want some kind of roll, or
The statue at the front.
Yeah, don't point it towards Wishmaster. He'll get overwhelmed by all the sins.
perception. So 26. Scanning with the sword.
Just sort of turn around. And nothing really seems to happen. You don't see anyone.
Right, let's go through the whole area.
Could just be there's no. It's not in this room.
That's right, so we'll go in and check other rooms and...
So you just sort of go like... okay.
Yeah,
For secrets.
slowly
Yeah.
hanging around.
But you don't see anything at all.
through the whole museum.
Yep.
Even in the lower vaults.
Is there anywhere we
Come
can't
on,
get
mate.
into?
Work this out.
Is there anywhere we like?
Well, of course, the security vaults downstairs are all locked up tight.
Anything in the front of the museum.
Such as...
Like, in the front of the museum.
Oh, you mean outside?
Yeah.
Are there any people out there? Yeah, across the street someone is engaging in illicit prostitution. So they have also done drugs.
Oh, don't look outside.
I mean, apart from your friends here, those are the only sins you can see. Just sort of holding it up and looking through it.
I'm supposed to be getting something here.
Yeah, you are. I feel I've hinted broadside at you.
Oh, you have to look at it from the other side? I assume you've been looking at from the same direction each time.
Or turn the blade pointing in the other direction, because you've got the
like
blade
a
pointing
dowsing
down.
rod.
No, you got the blade pointing down, looking through it.
Yeah.
Turn the blade up and look through it.
Okay. Try that.
Okay, what are you doing?
Turning the sword up like that.
I'm just looking through
Looking
the same
through-
And then you just
Museum.
look through the same topaz?
How many topazes were there?
There are 3. They're all set close together though.
Okay. So you can sort of look through all 3 at once.
Yes.
I'll just make sure that I am looking
They sort of
through.
give you the, sort of like a 3-dimensional holophonic vision. So you just like sort of turning up and going, yep, I'm looking through.
I don't know, am I supposed to squint?
No. Alright, cough one up, someone.
Oh well, you two coughed one up for people's earlier. I haven't coughed one up yet.
Okay, so you were intuited through the spirit of the dolphin. The sword is looking for sins because that's what it's been told to look for. You need to tell the sword to look for something else!
Also, you have to say
And
it.
yes, holding it blade down focuses on the things in front of you. Holding it blade up shows you things you can't see here.
Okay.
You need to tell it
You actually have
what
to
you are looking
say
for.
it. Okay.
Like, I'm looking for a way through into this other, or I'm looking for this other place, or you need to you need to tell it to look for a different thing. It'd be really great if these ancient weapons had instruction manual. Okay, so first, do not adjust the broken, appearance broken, or cause the other broken. To use Scoopna, you must be two people.
In my head, we're searching for a rift to another dimension.
So it's like a whoop.
Separation of reality.
Alright. Now roll.
18.
There you go. It's not wrong. Yes, you see that in the lower restoration room in the basement area, there seems to be like another place that is also this place, but it's not this place, and it's some other place. And there's a cunning concealment about it. It does sort of have that misty quality that you saw.
I found it. Sort of here.
Oh, that's good. Now we're just hoping that the sword will actually cut it open.
Before we do that, do we want to try see if our help has arrived?
We should go see if the help's arrived.
There is someone standing in the foyer.
What was it?
Normally we couldn't see him, but with the sword we can.
Yeah. No, it is Red Devil in all of her ridiculous outfit.
Oh, good to see you.
Well, if it isn't criminal team.
We are technically criminals. What we do is illegal.
Where are Russia's ruby crystals of power?
That's not what we're here for.
Oh. You said it was saving a world.
Yes.
We found a tear in the fabric of reality in the basement.
Oh, what?
It's the thing we're looking for. It's bad.
Interdimensional aliens from beyond the, I suppose, the dimensions are launching an attack on Earth. Or our dimension.
Is this a joke?
No. This is very much not a joke.
Well, yeah, you can't tell anyone about this afterwards.
But my Russian masters will need to know what I am doing. After all, if this costume has become damaged, then I will need to justify why it happened. You're not telling me to lie to Lenin. Especially not you pretending to be Russian.
Look, the safety of the world depends on this not leaking out.
I have strong suspicion that I know you.
No.
Okay then.
Nope, it worked.
Oh,
Of course, you know it's with the power core.
Oh, okay, no, let's have it contested.
Yeah.
I'll still JC, so...
Yeah, I mean,
I got
good.
a 6. It wasn't a very convincing lie
I
either.
got a 7.
Oh. And I look like JC, so...
Well, if it isn't coffee date.
Oh, so you did notice.
You are dressed very sane.
Yeah, my disguise is kind of thin.
With your finely made native rope vest barely covering your strong, broad chest. The kind of arms that could cradle safely someone who could not fly and lift them tenderly into the air.
They often do.
But
You fly.
No.
Maybe you'll find out then.
Do you think we leave?
Is this the time?
Soviets just smirking at this.
Come on, let's
Oh,
go.
hang on. Of course, you are not of the proper Russian man, so I am merely engaging in power discussion.
Oh, yes.
Is this 4 people to save the world?
There may be a fifth. Well, people?
An air duct vent falls off and someone slams onto the ground.
There she is. Help out.
Try to get my rope, but come on.
Someone else you'll recognize
Not
from game night.
Oh, is it not the robot?
No.
Oh!
A small metal ovoid will fall out of the vent and go clang! Boom.
Is that yours?
It's a robot owl.
Oh, cool.
That's cute.
Who is this? Do not recognize me. Oh. You're from Game Night! Should you be telling me that's where you recognize me from?
She already said at the other game night that she was.
She's not
Well, she
very
is.
subtle about who she is.
Because I'm great. Look at this body. Look at this keen intellect in eyes. Look at the little points. You have any idea how hard it is to make cloth do that? Brrr.
I'm guessing it's not just cloth.
Oh, I take little wire from one of coat hangers you're not using.
No. Hey.
Communism. So, 5 people to save a world?
We're one of many groups.
Ah, that is why all important military people not here. Oh, really? Would this be good time to launch revolution? No?
No, I think it'd be probably the worst because
American Hero says it's worse, so must be good.
I'm still JC. I haven't dropped.
Okay, very right, yeah,
Which is
very-
why
Oh, American secret agent man must says it is bad, so must be good time. Unfortunately, there is no actual way to possibly remotely communicate with another person, and I did not bring pigeon.
yes, that right.
Why not just use a
The hole is the it's downstairs. But before we do that, I'll lock the museum up.
Okay.
We get back up and everything.
It would be.
Oh, I forgot! I forgot. Did you search the security office for anything useful?
Like gamma radiation guns, stuff like that.
Handcuffs, gas smoke grenades, maybe guns.
I wouldn't have.
No, okay, fair enough.
I do have a. What kind of gun was it? I'm trying to remember. It.
Broken and gone.
Oh, it was a little pistol. I remember she retained, just in case.
Broken and gone.
Did we want to turn on the security just in the areas we won't be in?
I will beat you.
Yeah. Just
Like-
clear it where we're going to be, but
In the security office, you'll find a notepad out, and written on it, if you want, only if you want, is something.
I'll read it because he's taking
Someone
the
has
time.
written. Flashback was in the command center at one of the consoles. He was tapping some buttons and looking at a computer model. How's it going, Billy? Quaidar, the assistant of Colin, walked over to the human. Flashback sighed. Still trying here, I have to admit. Trying to find a crack into the Outrider's dark dimension is a lot tougher than I thought. I would like to find some way to get there and easily retrieve one of us if we ever find our way there again. Adjusting the field. I'm certain you will do it, Billy. Oh, sorry. I'm certain you will do it, Billy, Collins said, looking down at the green brigadier. If anyone can, it's you.